Hey you guys, it's your girl Jazz. How you living, how you feeling, and welcome back to the channel. So today's my nose itch, sorry y'all. So today's vlog is going to be all on how my first year of motherhood was and everything, all that jazz. Listen, baby girl will be 13 months in a couple days, so I've been really planning on sitting down and making this vlog for about a month now. But we've had so much going on in the month of June. It was just a lot. Now we're in the month of July, and so now I'm able to kind of slow down. As you guys have seen, I have been putting content out there, 2 vlogs a week, one being a actual vlog and then one being like my little car talk, come with me as I go to work. And I started doing that because I'm by myself. I have time to think, I have time to debrief, and I just have time to just talk about things that are on my mind, on my heart. And so yeah, so if you are new to the channel, like if this is your first video of me, please continue to watch this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you would like, but also go check out some of the older content, especially the content that I have just created, because your girl is back and I'm super happy about that. Okay, so yeah, this vlog, like I said, is going to be about how motherhood was for me. So let's jump into it. So again, if you are new here, I had a baby almost 13 months ago, and before, up until like I had her, I was producing content. Okay, I was posting, and sometimes, you know, it would be like on a consistent flow. Like I participated in Vlogmas. I did the whole come with me, my entire 3rd trimester. We have her birth vlog, we have our wedding vlog. We have a lot of content on here throughout the years. But once baby girl was born here in the flesh, I took a hard pause. Did I think that that was going to be the case? Absolutely not. But was it the case? Yes. So once she was born, just like any other mom would really tell you, it was an adjustment. It was a learning curve. And so I really went like head first into, okay, I want to get this right. I want to make sure I'm doing everything right. Also because, you know, my husband and I, we're the family that moved away from home. So we live all the way in Maryland, and so all of the rest of our family is back in Alabama. And so we don't have family here. We have a couple friends here, but you know, as far as like a village, no. And so it was just him and I. And so with that being said, with it just being the 2 of us, like, and you know, me just having a baby, I really could not focus on vlogging. I couldn't focus on anything else. Like, she was my top priority. Like, I wasn't working or anything like that. I was really dedicating, for sure, like the first 3 months, because I went to work after she turned 3 months, but for sure the first 3 months just solely to my baby girl. Once I went back to work. So I started back work after 3 months. I took my maternity leave. And so once she started daycare, it was a really hard adjustment for me, because in my mind, I had always seen my grandmother, so her great grandmother, being the one to be here to help me and to, you know, like really be there for my baby like she was there for me, because my grandmother played a huge role in my life, like literally from the time my mom came home from the hospital with me. And so that has always been my dream, but that was really not the case. And so like my grandma had a lot of other stuff going on, and so that was not the case. So again, it was just the 2 of us, and I had to go back to work, and so my baby had to start daycare. And so when she started daycare, it was scary. We, like, the first 3 months she was at this daycare, we had to change it. We ended up changing the daycare because she stayed sick, like back to back to back to back. It was crazy. And it was like sick, like they're not gonna tell you that. I don't know if it's against the rules. I don't know if it's a HIPAA violation, even though I'm not asking you to tell me what baby it is. I'm just asking for you to tell me that there is a case of this. Be mindful. You might want to take your baby out. Like, I know this is business, but it's also, these are little babies. Like, she started literally at really not even 12 weeks. She started at 11 weeks. So like, be for real, you know what I'm saying? And so she just stayed sick, like RSV, like all the really, really bad stuff, right? And so it was just really hard for me, girl. I was not thinking about vlogging. I was not thinking about anything but being a really great mom. I wasn't even thinking about like, because before I had my child, like I wanted to be a great wife. That's still the goal. But my brain was on other things as a top priority. But for sure when I had my baby, it was like, no, mom, I'm a mom, I'm a mom, I'm a mom. And so again, it was a learning curve. Thank God she was very easygoing, never really cried. She was in her own bed, in her own room by 6 months. I thought I heard her, y'all. Okay, she might be like, but she's fine. She's a mama's girl. She's a huge mama girl. She's been a mama's girl since she came out the womb. Like literally since she came out, she has been attached to me at the hip. Like I should have named her JJ, Jasmine Jr., because she is just literally every bit of me. She may not look like me, but she is every bit of me. She's attached to me. She's just all of that. But anyway, so she was very easygoing. She was sleeping, well, she wasn't sleeping through the night just like that, but she was sleeping majority of the time. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to go get her. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. We are back, and here is baby. Say hi, Ari. She's waving. So my husband's side, my husband is on business this week and in LA, and so it's just the girls here. Well, the boys, we have 2 dogs, but she, like I said, she's already a mama's girl, but girl, like, and usually if my husband was here, he would really know. I can't even say he would be with her right now. She would be in her room watching TV, playing with her toys, like, but she literally just wants to be on me. But anyway, so yeah, she was an easy baby. Like I said, I can't say she was sleeping through the night before 6 months. That'll be a lie. But she was sleeping like she would wake up like one time. But yeah, she was just an easy baby. So she did not give me any problems. Like I did not go through that, like those type of postpartum issues where it's like I'm not bonding with baby, or it's hard for me to bond with baby, or anything like that. Like no, as you can see, like I said, sis has been at my hip. Like if she could be in my skin, she would, literally. The definition of a Velcro baby. But so those, I didn't really have any issues in that department. I will tell you guys, like for me, my first issue came with, I really struggled with my body being different. I'm one of those girls that I've pretty much had the same body type since I've been in since early college. Even before college, like high school and like freshman, sophomore year of college, I was always small. I always had like an athletic build, type of thing going on. All of that jazz. Like I had never been over a certain amount of weight ever in life. And so when I got pregnant, even after I had her, I really was going through like body dysmorphia. And it's not that I thought I was like fat. I was just not attracted to myself. And so because I was not attracted to myself, because really of like the stomach area, because I didn't gain any weight anywhere else but like my stomach. Like my face wasn't fat. Like if you ask people, they would say like, girl, people will always tell me like, you are carrying that baby so well, like like you are carrying her so well, like all of that jazz. But I just did not feel like I look great or whatever. So I dealt with that for a long time. I dealt with having to buy new clothes and things that some women may enjoy. I did not enjoy. Thank God I did not experience any like stretch marks or anything like that. But again, not being attracted to yourself, that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow, honey, when you've always felt like you was that girl, right? And so that's one of the things I struggled with during postpartum. Also, I struggled again with just not finding like a balance quick enough. Like, I don't think I found my balance quick enough. Some may say, girl, you did, because you only felt a certain type of way. You want to play with mommy's shoes and stuff? Like, some people would be like, girl, you know, I dealt with this for 2+ years. I dealt with this for 3+ years, X, Y, and Z. Because people can experience postpartum for longer than what, sorry y'all, like motherhood. I had to switch. I had to take it off my stand because now she has to stand. Like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, body dysmorphia, and then I also dealt with not finding a balance quick enough for me. I have always been like work. I have always been, Aria, no ma'am. No. You see my phone right there, and then like there is so many other things for you to play with that you're not even allowed in here, but it's so many things for you to play with, booty. And so yeah, so you're gonna eat in a minute, okay? And so yeah, so I was used to just going. I have 3 degrees, and I was in the process, I was in the process of obtaining my 4th degree, and I had to take this. Well, I struggled through the semester because I really should have took the semester off, but I decided to push through, which was like a horrible decision. Like, being a first-time mom, going back to work for the first time after having a baby, and being in a new grad program was like, why would you do that to yourself on top of everything else? And so again, it was just a really like dumb. I can definitely say, thank you, I can definitely say like the first 3 months maybe, and you sleep deprived, like, and you're not feeling yourself because you feel like you probably should have bounced back quicker, or I mean, just all the stuff. It was, y'all, it was bad. Like, I remember the month of October, just feel like I'm about to lose my brain because I'm, like I said, like, I'm so used to being able to do this and do that, and then now I can't. Or what takes me, like I always tell my friends, I remember, because this is before we had like housekeeper or anything, and I remember one Saturday morning, normal Saturday morning, I remember like, okay, I'm about to go clean the house or whatever. And so I always start with the bottom floor and then work my way up. And so I remember it taking me, having to take so many breaks, not because of her, because my husband was helping and he was also watching her at the same time. So not necessarily because of her, but because I was physically tired. I was so overwhelmed. And so something that would have taken me before baby, before all of that, something that would have taken me, no ma'am, something that would have taken me, like, I would say down, like, doing the entire house would take me 2 hours. I could do the whole house, but really by myself, 2 hours max. We have on clothes, we be going to the mall, or we go and do, you know, like, enjoy the rest of our day. And I remember one day, it took me 3.5 hours just to do half of the bottom floor. And I remember being so upset, being so emotional, because I was just like, damn, like, I remember being like, dang, like, this is another thing that has slowed down since I've had my baby. Like, you're like, okay, school can't, you know, I have literally a newborn, and I have a full workload. I have 3 courses. I'm trying to do school. And like, I had a 4.0. I passed with a 4.0 that semester. Thank God, with a newborn. But that's because I would literally use my planning periods because I'm an educator. So I would teach like 3 courses. I would teach 2 courses, have an hour to myself, then have lunch break, then have like another 30 minutes to myself, then teach 2 more courses. So I was only teaching 4 courses that semester. And so so that really 2 hours that that hour. Okay, y'all. Sorry, that was my last break. Motherhood. Like, motherhood. Anyway, so I think I left off with saying, and I never take this many pauses and breaks and cuts and stuff. But yeah, so pretty much like I said, it took me a long time to find a balance. I was a full-time Mother, obviously, full-time employee, full-time college student, graduate student, on top of being a wife and being a business owner. Like, just I have an organization back home, and so like literally it was just a lot for me. And I don't know, I just thought that once I had her, that I would just be able, that everything would just mesh, like I did not factor, or I didn't think about how different my life would be with a baby. You know what I'm saying? And how your world really has to stop for your child, especially when they first get here. So I feel like I didn't find my balance until December, which is when she turned 6 months old. And yeah, once she turned 6 months, once the new year came, I definitely had a balance. I was like, yeah, I am only taking one class this quarter, this semester, and I still taught full-time. I still did everything full-time besides school. We changed her daycare. We love her new daycare. And we begin to say, okay, we're gonna do this on this day, we're gonna do that on that day. I began to prep her lunch for the week, especially once she was like transitioning to foods and stuff. And so we really just had to come up with a new plan. And I mean, your first year, you're gonna do that. Like, at first they're gonna be on, then I was breastfeeding. I forgot to say that. I was breastfeeding until 4 months, and I felt so guilty of, when I stopped breastfeeding, but I really had to do that because of, like, for me and my mental. Like I said, like, me finding that true balance when she finally turned 6 months involved me saying no to a lot of things. Like, I really had to say, no, not yet, I'll check, I'll see, let me pencil you in, let me put that on my calendar. Yeah, I can do that. I can do it, but I can't stay for this long. We did less traveling, obviously, within the first 6 months. I really had to set boundaries, even with family. Like, no, we're not doing that. Yes, we can do that. And so a lot happened her first 6 months of life, but for my sake, it had to happen that way. Like, I had to say no to a lot of things because, like, when mom is healthy, baby is healthy. When mom is good, baby is good. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. I think, especially when it's your first child, or it's like the first grandchild, or like the first niece or nephew or whatever, everyone is just so consumed with the baby. Like, who doesn't love a fresh, new, good, like really nice smelling baby? Like, the thought of it right now, like, we love that. But a lot of the times the mom is neglected. And so one thing that was big, like, baby, let me say something. Postpartum was postpartum. But within that postpartum, I learned so much about myself. And I learned so much about the mother I wanted to be. Like, you read all these books, you do this, you do that, but nothing truly prepares you into baby come. Because you don't know, like, baby, you don't know how baby's going to be. You don't know how baby's going to react to your environment, to this, to that, to you, anything, And so I was going through so much. And so the last thing I needed was for people to be so baby focused and so jazz. Like, and it wasn't me being selfish or trying to make moments about myself, but it was simply me creating boundaries and saying, like, no, like, I'm struggling over here, and you talk about how the baby doing every damn day. Like, how am I doing? You feel me? Like, and so I had to, like, tell my family and friends, or those that it applied to, like, listen, when you call me, you need to ask how I'm doing. That's the very first thing you do. Okay, when you call my husband, the very first thing you need to ask him is how is he doing? Because a lot of people forget about dad too. Dad is sleep deprived. Dad when she had RSVP, when she had RSV, he had to take off for 2 weeks. So I had to leave my newborn baby with my husband, which was scary because even though that's my husband, that's her dad, and that did so much to me mentally. Like, her having to go to the emergency room, like, us researching before we went to the emergency room. Should we take her to the emergency room? What's wrong? Why can't she breathe? Like, it was just so much. And then we're 800 miles away. And then you got people that's 800 miles away calling, time out, has she rolled over for the first time, or did she eat today, or just crazy stuff like that. And so I had to, for my sanity, had to be like, okay, I'm gonna create schedules. If it's not on my calendar, it's not happening. I'm gonna take myself out every so often. Me and this baby, we getting out the house. If it's just us walking down the streets, but I would take her to, like, we would go to the mall. I would cover her all the way up, leave her in the carrier, but just to be around other people, but not people that's consumed just with her. These people don't know me at the mall. You know what I'm saying? And so me and my husband, we would just do that. Like, we would literally go to the mall, look around, probably not buy anything, because like I said, I was going through body dysmorphia. I was like, couldn't fit in. And then my body was going through so many changes. I had literally, my organs are falling back into place. My body is trying to go back to normal. But I was so harsh on myself. So I really wasn't buying anything. So we would really just go out to the mall just to get some fresh air and to be able to dress our baby up. You know what I'm saying? Which, again, me getting dressed for the mall was a big task, And so then we would go to the mall. We would literally just go there, walk around, look at all the cute baby stuff that she couldn't fit at the time because she was a smaller baby. She's still a small baby. And then we would go sit down at the food court. And we would just eat and be so happy. And we would come back home. And, like, that was our day for that Saturday. Or, because we didn't go to church just yet. And so, like, that, but that for us was, like, peaceful. That was, like, amazing to our mental health. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I had to set boundaries and tell people, like, listen, we're not doing this. Like, I don't have my mom. I don't have my grandmother. I don't have nobody here. I'm a first-time mom. I'm going to call me once a week, okay? I can't sit on the phone. I can't do this. I don't got no nanny. I don't got this. I don't got that. And so that may sound mean, or that may sound like, dang, I haven't heard from Jazz, da-da-da-da. But, like, you just never know what a first-time mom or a second-time mom or a third. You just don't know what a mother is going through. Like, mothers, we go through a lot. And I'm not saying that it's just us, because dads go through a lot. And she has an amazing father. But I'm saying, like, because me talking about myself does not take away from him, right? Okay. But, period. No but, period. And so I say that to say, like, mothers, we go through so much, baby, especially with the first one, especially in that first little 6 months, especially when you by yourself. And so, all in all, y'all, that's how my first year of motherhood was. Again, once she turned 6 months, it was just like a new journey for us. She was doing more. She was more active. She was in a new daycare. It was a new semester for me because I am a school teacher. And so, we started a new semester. I had new kids. It was just like, so in two of my classes. And so it was just great. It was just really great. We had spring break. We did a little bit more traveling. And then, like, once she turned like 9 months, she was doing more things, and because I do teach school, like, the year was ending. And so if you're a school if you're a school teacher, or you know that, like, towards the end of the semester, child, everything slows down. You can find your groove. Like I said, I only took one class this semester, now last semester, so it was really great. Like I said, she was thriving in her daycare. My husband and I, we really found a groove. She started sleeping through the night. She started sleeping in her room at 6 months, and then she started sleeping through the night, I want to say, like, at 9 months or so. She got off of formula a little bit early, so she got off of formula like at 11 months instead of 12, because she is a smaller baby. So we were just trying to, like, really get her to gain weight per her pediatrician. And so we had to buy formula no more. So we was like, turn up. We'll drink to that, okay? We still gotta buy diapers, but we'll drink to not having to buy both. Because if you know formula is crazy, right? And like I said, I was breastfeeding, but I don't miss it. I don't miss these girls leaking and feeling heavy. But cheers to the moms that go year plus. I love it for y'all. Yeah, I love it for y'all. So that's really all I got. Now she is a year old. And so she's a year old, and she is just, like, thriving. She'll be 13 months this Friday. She is so close to being a walker, like a true walker. She's standing up on her own. She's taking like 4 steps, and then she'll lose her balance, or I think really she'll just become afraid. So we're really trying to build her confidence. We're working with her, and I really think she's gonna be walking by 13 months for sure. She is eating whole food. So we eat for dinner. I pack her lunch for school every day. Baby girl eats great. She's really thriving. Like, she knows like 10 words, which is incredible and insane at the same time, because people are just so amazed by how clear she is speaking at 12 months. And she's been talking or trying to talk since like 9 months. Like, so whereas I thought she was going to start walking really early, she started talking early. And she's a sponge. She's able to retain information. She really, really understands things. And she's very, very smart. And I'm not just saying that. Trust me, I'm an educator. I work with all type of children that have disabilities, children that don't, children that are really, really high flyers. She is very gifted, already at 12 months. So, we thank God for that. Yeah, she's a sponge. And so, now we have a schedule. I mean, we've always had a schedule, but we have really, because we've always had a schedule, you can really tell. Like, when we have company and we have grown people over, and she's at the house and people are like, you have a baby, you have a 12-month-old upstairs. We're like, yeah. When I tell you she falls asleep between 8:45 and 9 o'clock every single night, no issues, no problems, she sleeps through the night, people are just amazed. And we have whole get-togethers downstairs, playing space, slapping fives and telling lies, and she sleeps through it. Like, she's really good. We sleep train her when she was like, we started in the beginning, like literally in the beginning. And some people, they don't agree with that, some people do, but all in all, everything that we have done since the time that we have brought her home from the hospital, you can tell now. She does have more personality now. She's very sassy. She'll fall out on you. So we working on that, because she started these little small tantrums. So we are definitely working on that. But for this to be her first year of life, she is thriving and she's doing so well. And that makes her parents, my husband and I, just so proud. And so we're really cruising, y'all. We're really cruising. Like, for the new moms out there, girl, I'm not gonna lie and say it's not gonna be challenging at first, because it is. That would be a bold-faced lie, and God don't like that. And so it is going to be difficult at first. It's going to be challenging, but if you have a support system and you have a village where you live, close to where you live, allow them to be just that. I know that everyone feels different about people watching their child. Like, we didn't let somebody watch her like overnight. Well, she's never been away from us overnight, but we do allow people to watch. Like, we do have babysitters and stuff like that. So I can't really tell you like at what age to start doing stuff like that. I know for us, the first time I like went out, she was like 6 months. And I was itching for that time. Like, oh, I can't wait. And I left her with her dad, But the first time like him and I went out and left her, I would say maybe like 6 or 7 months. But we were gone for like 2 or 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? So, but I said that to say, like, if you have the help and you have your mom or your grandma or whomever there to like help watch them while you sleep, if you need to go and just have like a girl stay by yourself or with your girls or with your guy friends, do that for your mental health. Like, focus on yourself. Focus on your child for sure and be the best mother that you can be. But you can't be the best mom if you can't be the best you. And so, like, really, really focus on yourself as well. Just a tad bit more. Like, just a tad bit more focus on yourself. And don't be afraid to set boundaries. Like, don't be afraid to tell people no. No, we're not doing that. No, my baby's not going there. No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing that. No, I can't make it. Don't be afraid. Like, literally, don't be afraid. Do what you need to do. Don't feel like you just gotta go back to work at a certain time. Don't feel like you gotta stop breastfeeding at a certain time. Don't feel like you gotta start letting people watch your child overnight or for a couple hours for the first time at this age, this month. Like, don't feel those things, because people are going to put that stuff on you, and you just gotta let those people be. You gotta let those people be, and you gotta realize we are in a new time, we are in a new place, and you gotta do what's best for you, because again, when you're good, baby is good as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I can't wait to come back with another sit down. I have one. I think I can do it today, but at the same time, I don't know. As you guys know, I've had to stop this vlog like 4 or 5 times already, so I may have to do it tomorrow, but I got some for y'all. I got some for y'all. Trust and believe. I got some for y'all, and the content is about to be rolling. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you saw, and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend about Forever Brown. Okay, peace.